do is I'll bring it up so that you can see both. Probably easier. Alright, so if you had to do something that you had to find the mean and the standard deviation, first thing you do is you're going to change your mode to there, one variable. So mode 2, one variable. Now mine's got the frequency table. You only need the frequency table if they've given you a frequency table. If they've just given you a list of data, you don't need it. But you also don't need to get rid of it. You guys all know how to bring up the frequency table if you do need it? Okay. What we do is I'll just go all clear. We go shift, mode, because that brings up setup. Then we use the down arrow because there's nothing there about stats. So we use the down arrow and we go to stat, which is number 3. Bring up that and it says frequency on or off. And we'll go 1 for on, and that turns it on.
This will take me an hour and blue.
It shouldn't, because you're going to be listening to this video and you're going to go,
I thought
oh,
you were going to say listening to music.
no, not allowed to listen to music. Alright, so now I'm going to go to my mode 2. I've got that. I know it's only one variable I need. I don't think we're going to do anything with 2 variables at the
There was
moment.
something out there, a kitten or something. No, it was a bird.
Kitten, the birds, right?
I've
Okay.
seen it too, just walking along.
So if you've got something like this and you've just got a list of data that you need to put in, like for instance, 68, 55, 52, 48, 54, 54, 56, 65, oh, not 665, 65, enter. Now you'll notice the frequencies all come up as 1, we're only doing one number so it doesn't really matter. That's in. All your data's in, you've done everything you need to do. You can now hit all clear, your data's still in there. Okay, remember that's the bit of trust you've got to have. It's still in there. Don't hit on, just hit all clear. Okay, it's in there, you're still in stat mode. Now what you want to do is actually start working with the stat. So you use shift and 1, which has got a little stat written above it. So now you're going into your statistics. And we want to go to our variables. So we go 4. And now we've got those 4 options. Now different calculators will have different options and they'll have different symbols for standard deviation. X with the bar over top. Anyone remember what that is?
Yep,
X bar.
X bar or mean. Okay, it is the mean, it is the average. We call it X bar because it's X with bar. Okay, so it's the mean of your data. So if I hit number 2 and hit equals, it'll give me the mean of the data, which is 56.5. Yes, that's the average. Okay, which is 56.5. Which, if you were doing a multiple choice question, would probably knock out 2 of your options. Okay, it would probably get rid of 2 of your options, which would be very handy. Then we can hit all clear again, your data is still in there, and then you need your standard deviation. Now this is the important one that people forget how to do. Number 4. Now, I've got 2. I've got delta X, which is standard deviation of the population. No, you might have these ones. You might have delta N minus 1 or delta N. Which ones have you got?
I have the little X. Just
Which ones do you have?
for 3, I have X, that thing.
Delta?
Yeah.
Yep.
And N.
Okay, that's the population one. That's the same as that. Okay, and then if it's got an N minus 1, that's the sample. The way to remember which one's which is N is the whole population, N minus 1 is less than the whole population, so that's a sample.
But what if you don't have minus 1?
What have you got?
I have those.
Then you'll find that's got S for sample. Cool? So everyone happy with that? Now if your question, when it's asking for the standard deviation, has delta N, you're going to use that one, the population one, so delta X or like that one there. Does that make sense? If it had delta and N minus 1, which it doesn't, you'd use the sample one. But you're going to use the population one because it's got delta N, which is that one, which is population. Cool? So we just hit, I'll stop that. So we just hit 3 and hit equals, and it'll give us the answer that we want, and we're done. Cool? So you found the mean, found the standard deviation, and it doesn't actually take that long once you've got the data entered, and you'll be able to work out what the answer is. Cool? Excellent.